Hello, I'm Bernard Keavy. I've got 13 ideas here which, if you implemented them in your business, while you've got time to do that now, obviously where we're not as busy as we have been in terms of, being able to do things out in the wider world, well, these could make a huge difference. In fact, it's not exaggerating to say that if you implemented these 13 ideas here while you've got time, you could make at least a 10% improvement in each of these 5 key areas here, which would actually double your profits. It'll do that for virtually any business. And you could actually implement them now, and when we're back and up and running, and even if it's like 2/3 the way through the year, you'd still have time for those 10% improvements to work through to double your profits by the end of the year. And I think that's realistic. So the way it works is your bottom line profit is determined by how many leads you generate and what proportion you convert into customers or clients. And that tells you your number of customers. And then how much they spend each time they buy from you, and how often do they do that, how often do they buy, gives you your turnover. And then how much profit you make on everything you sell, which gives you your gross profit, and then deduct your other overheads, and that will give you your operating or bottom line pre-tax profit. Now, some ideas here to increase each of those. So in terms of generating more leads, the first thing is that there's still a great many business owners out there who haven't really identified their ideal target customer and their psychographics, what would make them buy, which tends to be an issue, a problem or a concern they've got that they haven't got a solution to. It's called the conversation going on in your head. Now, if you could identify your ideal customer and what their major issue is, you could then differentiate your business, create a difference in your business so that you can solve their major issue, problem or concern better than your so-called competitors. And that will mean that you'll get much more success in all your lead generation activities aimed at your ideal target customers. You can position yourself as an expert or a specialist, which is what people prefer to deal with. You could also follow the marketing equation, and the marketing equation is based on that, because what the marketing equation says is that in everything you do in terms of marketing and promotion, you have an interrupt, which is a headline or the first thing you say, which basically says, you're my ideal customer, you're whatever, you have this issue, problem or concern, so that's the headline. And then you have what's called an engage, so that was the interrupt. Your engage says, and I can solve your problem for you because my business is different, blah, blah, blah. So that's called the engage. So the interrupt is you've got this issue, the engage is, and I can solve it for you. Then the educate, which is the third bit of it, says, and the reason you can believe this is because we've got all these features, which are all these benefits, which appeal to your emotions. We've got this social proof, which proves that other people, we've sold it for them. There's a guarantee, and there's about 9 things you put in the marketing to follow this marketing equation, but in terms of part of the educate, but I can let you have that information separately. And then you finish with what's called an offer, an irresistible offer. And the irresistible offer should be 2 things. It should be no risk, and it should have a reason to act straight away. So that would be something like a deadline or a scarcity value. Now there's 2 types of offers. If you're appealing to now buyers who are 1 to 3% of the market, then you have what's called an incentive offer, something like buy one get one free, for example. But the vast majority of cases, you would have what's called an information offer, which is basically aimed at people who are either future or never buyers, and they're making their mind up and they're researching and they want information. So you would end up, your offer is something called a lead magnet. So it's something like a free report or a checklist or an ideas guide or a survey or a questionnaire. It's something that there's no threat, and they'll give you their details. Now, once you've got their details, you can now convert more leads by doing what's called a drip campaign, which basically supplies further information as these prospects go along what's called their buyer's journey, where they're doing their research to work out whether to buy this thing or not, and whether to buy it off this supplier or this one. You could also have a downsell, which basically says that if they do decide that they can't afford it or they're not prepared to buy now, you can offer a lower value, lower price offering, still with a good margin on it, so that you can get them to become customers, and then you can nurture them to be more significant customers, because it's 5 to 8 times cheaper and easier to market to existing customers. So that will improve your conversions. In terms of improving your prices, instead of discounting and keeping your prices low, what you could do is you could bundle in extra value. So things like a free dessert worth £10 if you dine between 7 and 9 Monday to Thursday, for example. And the beauty of that is it won't cost you £10 to provide this thing that's valued at £10. So what that will do is it will mean that you can charge higher prices and make bigger margins, and it's much more effective than discounting. You could also have packaging. You could have platinum, gold, silver, for example, and you'll find that quite a large proportion of your customers or clients would always go for the middle one, which increases your average price. In terms of getting people to buy more often, you can have a cross-sell, which is something like a laptop. Would you like this laptop bag? Or shoes, would you like to buy this polish? So a cross-sell is an associated product at the point of sale. Or you could have an upsell, which is, in Starbucks you can have the medium coffee or the large coffee or whatever it's called. Well, the large is the upsell. So all of these things, they increase your volume of sales. And you could also have a wider range of products, because if you've got joint venture relationships and affiliate relationships, you could sell products for other people and earn something by doing that. So that gets people to buy more often. Now, in terms of making more profit on what you sell, well, anything that increases your average price, first of all, also increases your gross margin. So higher prices here actually has a twofold effect. It increases your prices and it increases your profit margin. So anything to keep your prices higher is good. So differentiating yourself, for example, means you can charge higher prices. Reducing your costs, so looking at your variable costs and your overheads and your materials and all that sort of stuff. But also, here's another one. If you sell more than one product, then the odds are that some of the things you sell are more profitable than some of the other things. So the 80-20 rule says that if you concentrate on the 20% of things that get you 80% of your return and sell more of them, and you'd sell less of the 80% that only gives you 20% of your return, then just doing that will automatically increase your profit. So I've counted them up, there's 13 things there, all of which we could probably do right now while we're, have the time to work on our business. We could be ready to be fully active back in the marketplace when all the restrictions are lifted. And those things would get you these 10% increases in each of the 5 key areas here. And that would double your profits, and you could realistically still double your profit by the end of the year. So I hope you found that useful and informative. If you liked it, if you could like it and share it, that would be great. And if you want more information and more videos to show you some good ideas, go to www.bernardkeevy.com and see what you think of my site. Thank you very much for watching. To find out how to apply these strategies in your business, go to my Sales Accelerator Roadmap. I'll produce a free assessment of your marketing using an algorithm program and produce a 12-page detailed report. We'll recommend in priority order exactly what you should be doing, when you should be doing it, and how to do it. So go to www.bernardkeevymentor.com and sign up for my free Sales Accelerator Roadmap. You'll see this screen. It'll show you the Sales Accelerator Roadmap, which is free today. It'll show you how to fix your marketing, increase your sales and profits. It'll take less than 45 minutes to do, and our software will pinpoint all your opportunity areas and show you exactly what to do to improve your marketing and grow your business. So go to www.bernardkeevymentor.com and click on the green button, and you'll see that it says there it's a free process, so there's no credit card involved, there's no charge. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful, and I'd like to see you at the Sales Accelerator Roadmap. Thank you very much for watching this video.